hope you're all okay and that you had a good Christmas. I'm going to be doing the videos for your writing lessons. So for the next 2 weeks, you're going to be focusing on newspaper reports. So we're going to start off today by talking about the features of a newspaper report. And then as the week progresses and into next week, you'll be writing your own reports about man on the moon. Okay, so we're going to start off by looking at a newspaper report about the moon landing. And I'd like us to treat this like we would with guided reading in class, where we would read it together out loud. So you can do that with me alongside at home. So we're going to start off with the title of the newspaper, which in this case is the Twinkle Times. The Twinkle Times, Men on the Moon. It's one giant leap. The 21st of July, 1969. Yesterday, Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin made history when they became the first humans to walk on the moon. They reached the moon's orbit on the 19th of July 1969, following a 3-day journey into space in the Saturn V rocket alongside fellow astronaut Michael Collins. Yesterday, Neil and Buzz entered the lunar module, which is nicknamed the Eagle. Michael remained in the rocket to carry out important experiments and take photos of the mission. The mission to reach the surface of the moon had some difficulties. Firstly, the Eagle was heading towards a large crater, so, while Buzz monitored speed, Neil took manual control to direct it towards a safer landing position. Fuel was running low, but the brave space explorers landed safely on the moon's surface, in an area known as the Sea of Tranquility. Neil contacted the NASA headquarters to tell them the good news, and was heard saying, "Tranquility Base here, the Eagle has landed." Everyone at NASA was able to breathe again. So far, the mission had been hard work, so NASA told the astronauts that they must rest. They struggled to sleep, and after almost 4 hours, Neil left the Eagle. He made his way slowly down the metal stairs towards the dusty surface of the moon. He reached his left foot down and stated, "That's one small step for man and one giant leap for mankind." Buzz joined him after almost 20 minutes, and the bold space travellers then spent around 2.5 hours exploring the moon. They moved up to 90 metres from the lunar module while collecting samples of moon dust and rock. Nearly 600 million excited television viewers around the world watched the most thrilling part of their mission as Neil and Buzz planted the American flag on the moon. There was another task that didn't go to plan straight away. The metal pole used to hold the flag out horizontally wouldn't fully extend, but Neil and Buzz managed to place the flag so that it could be clearly seen. It looked as if it was fluttering, even though there is no wind on the moon to waft a flag. The astronauts even spent time jumping like kangaroos and leaping like gazelles as they enjoyed moving on the moon's surface, where gravity is less powerful than on Earth. Their final task was to reveal a metal plaque which said, "Here men from planet Earth first set foot upon the moon, July 1969 AD. We came in peace for all mankind." After this, the astronauts re-entered the lunar module for another rest. Neil and Buzz were then able to head back to the rocket. However, they first had to fix an ignition switch that had been snapped by their large spacesuits. They used part of a pen to fix the switch and then returned to the rocket, where Michael was waiting patiently, orbiting the moon. These brave astronauts made history and will be remembered forever for being the first men on the moon. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is make a brief note of all of the features that you think are needed with a newspaper report. So we talked about already the name of the newspaper, so you can write that down already, there's number 1. And then just have a look through and listen back maybe to me reading it aloud and see what you notice and just write down a brief note of what you think the features are, and then I'll put up a picture in a minute so you can see the features that we are going to look for in your writing over the next 2 weeks. Okay, so I just want to talk really briefly about the 5 W's, which was something that I put on the list. So this picture just shows that in a bit more detail. So the idea is that your opening paragraph would inform the reader of when something happened, what happened, why, who and where. So the 5 W's, that's what it stands for, those 5 words: when, what, why, who and where. And I don't think, actually, when you look at the example, that they've done that particularly well. So it's quite a good thing for you guys to try and do at home, to think, actually, I think I can make this even better, and try to include the 5 W's in your opening paragraph. So you could make it even better than the example. Okay, and just before I leave you to crack on with today's task, I just want to quickly give you the opportunity to see how you can go above and beyond and work towards some of those greater depth targets that I know some of you will be keen to show us at home. So I'll insert a little clip now, just pointing out things that I've noticed where there might be a good chance for you to show us those features. Okay, so in terms of greater depth, I'm sure most of you will remember from in class where we talk about your punctuation being one of those things that we look for. So the use of dashes, commas and brackets to add some extra information. And you can see in the example that they've used brackets in the opening paragraph there, just to explain that Edwin is also known as Buzz. So there's the first example there. There's also an example of an embedded clause just underneath this caption in commas here. So the eagle, when heading towards a large crater, so, well, Buzz monitored speed, that part could be removed and it would make sense without it. So it could say, so Neil took manual control to direct it towards a safer landing position, but they've added that extra information and they've put the commas around it. So that's a really good thing to try and do as well. There are also some chances for you to use your sentence types. So when I read this part, for example, which is nicknamed the eagle, I thought about the AKA sentence, so the also known as. That could be something that you could have inserted there. There's also opportunities for the DD sentence type, where you give the description and then you use a colon and give further details. And I can insert a little picture of that at the end here that you could pause and read through if you wanted to. There was also, I think towards the end, if I remember right, a little bit of kind of similes and metaphors where they were saying that they were jumping like kangaroos and like gazelles. So that could be something, again, that you could try and include with your work. Okay, so good luck with your home learning this week. Make sure you send it in. So you've got the Cedar class email. I'd love to see your learning at home, and the Willow class email. And I know that Miss Pearson is really looking forward to seeing your writing as well. You can still earn silver awards, so make sure you send them in and we can give those silver stars for all of your hard work at home. And remember, we're here to help. So if you need anything, or you want to ask us any questions, or you want some further help, then just message me or Miss Pearson and we're here to help you. So good luck, and I look forward to seeing it. I'll see you next week. Bye!